It's the best kept or the worst kept secret of all time, but they've got him. £200 million have spent this summer. The rest of it is, of course, from the fullback Timber for £40 million and Kai Havertz for around about £60 million. Let's start off, before we talk about the combined fee, let's start off talking about Declan Rice.
Yep.
The pressure that comes with becoming the biggest British biggest British transfer fee of all time, £105 million. Does it add more pressure depending on the position you play? Is more expected from you if you're a striker and you need to show return with goals? From Declan's position, is it easier, do you think, to please people?
I think certainly, and he will be cut a little more slack because of that position that he plays in. I don't think it's imperative that he's absolutely outstanding and is playing on a different level to everybody else from the get-go. No one can expect that. I think it's difficult sometimes for forward players when they go for £100 million and they go into a club and the goals don't come readily. They're not really looking the part. I mean, when Lukaku went to Chelsea, was that 95?
90, yeah.
It was 90 or 95. It was pretty close to it.
I think it was 150 million euros.
Was it? Right. Okay. Well, that's plenty.
Yeah.
Do you remember that first game? Was it that first game? I think they played Arsenal. At Arsenal, and he played well, and he looked sharp, and he looked a bit of a different animal compared to the one we'd seen at United. And then, obviously, as history, as we all know what happened, it all sort of fizzled out, and he's ended up scratching around elsewhere and going elsewhere. But I do think for a striker, I do think sometimes it's harder if you're not amongst the goals, if the team isn't functioning, if et cetera, et cetera. I think the position that Declan plays in that base of the midfield where he's going to be playing for a team where there's a big expectancy, and of course, no one denies that. But I think there, he can go and play and be functional and be very efficient without having to be spectacular all the time.
Well, you say that then. So what will Arsenal fans, every week when they go and see Declan Rice, what will they be expecting? A man of the match performance every week? 9 out of 10?
You can't always give that. You can't always guarantee that. I think what they want to see from Declan is control from that area of the field. They want to see him playing with intelligence in terms of with the ball, without the ball. I often think that position is a very responsible one. So you've got to be smart out of possession. I mentioned before about him making a few fouls when he has to and doing it in a cute way and in a sensible way without getting himself yellow carded or red carded. You can do it. The good players, the very best players do that. So I think the Arsenal fans will want to see him playing with control with the ball. With the ball, he's very, very good. He's very efficient, isn't he? It's going to be interesting to see him further up the field. He's definitely going to be 20, 30 yards higher up the field in an Arsenal shirt than he was in a West Ham shirt. Be interested in the sort of passes, the pass selection, how creative he's going to try and be from that particular area of the field. But I think they want to see someone who looks like he owns it in that area. Looks like that whenever Arsenal are on the attack and all of a sudden there's a counter and the opposition are very quick in the transition, Declan's there. There he is. He's there to make that interception, mop it up, get Arsenal on the front foot again. I think they want to see a player that knows his job, knows his role, looks like he's in control and bossing that area of the field. Ain't going to be easy for him overnight. It's not going to happen straight away. No, it never does. But I do think quite quickly Arsenal fans will expect a very consistent level of performance.
Is he the difference? I think, I haven't got it in front of me. I think the difference between Arsenal Man City at the end of last season was 5 points. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was 5 points. Is he the difference? Is he 6 points? I know that's a little bit silly because it's not as simple as that. But is Declan Rice the difference between Arsenal finishing second and winning the Premier League?
I do you know what? I honestly don't know, even though they've spent a lot of money. When I'm looking at the 3 signings that have come in, and they're all good players. I mean, Havertz is a tricky one because he never quite did it. Never really looked like he was gonna absolutely click in a Chelsea shirt. But there's something about him that suggests he might be a very useful player in Arsenal's squad. Jurrien Timber, of course, is very athletic and very adventurous fullback in that position. Is that something they need? They've got some good players played. Interesting to see what happens to Ben White there. But obviously all eyes will be on Declan Rice. Do those 3 make Arsenal stronger? And do they make them that much better? I think they are very competitive, but I don't know if those 3 absolutely tip the balance for me in terms of where they're going to finish. Are they able to get more points than they did last season because of those 3? I'm not so sure about that.
Arsenal fans, this is your chance to talk about your new man. 03717223344. Is he the difference? And what are you expecting week in, week out? Just two of the questions. Of course, there's only one number to dial for your answer. 03717223344. Dial that. You could be next live on Drive on talkSPORT.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.